Massive modding news for Assetto Corsa EVO 0.7, and this is really interesting because some of you may remember I made a video a long time ago before Assetto Corsa EVO came out, when everyone was hyping the game. It was going to be free roam and massive and all this kind of stuff with career mode, and I said they're making a massive mistake because they're not embracing modding. And modding is basically, I think, responsible for a lot of the success of Assetto Corsa, or let's say a lot of the longevity of the original Assetto Corsa. Now, I got a lot of heat for that. People said, why are you talking the game down? Why are you not hyping the game? You know, this is going to be massive, you should support it. But I stuck to my guns and I said Assetto Corsa EVO will not achieve what it wants to achieve without embracing modding. Now, over the course of the last couple of years, I've spoken with the development team at Assetto Corsa EVO. Obviously, I'm lucky I get to participate in these preview builds, so I get to play the games early and let you know my honest thoughts when they come out. But I can tell you now that Assetto Corsa EVO is launching an SDK app, and this is the beginning of modding in Assetto Corsa EVO. Now, I haven't been told same thing or not same thing as you might expect. I'm going to be completely honest with you. This should have come earlier. I also think there is a problem here, which I'll explain further, but to summarise it, I don't think you can fix Assetto Corsa EVO's problems by asking the community to just do a load of mods. That hasn't worked, for example, in the likes of Project Motor Racing. I also went to see Rennsport in Germany. They talked about embracing modding. I just don't think that's going to be a fix for Rennsport either. I think when you look at games coming out these days, like Forza Horizon 6, that are very well polished, they have a ton of content and have a massive team supporting them with events and updates, you know, every week, it's tough to expect the modding community to fill into the gap, especially if there is an incentivization. And let's just go back a second. This is the original Assetto Corsa I'm showing you on screen now. This is still the game that I play, or the sim that I play, if I'm practicing for driving in real life. And I do drive Brands Hatch in real life now. Assetto Corsa EVO still isn't the default place I'll go to practice, and I think that is the crux of the issue. So let me tell you a little bit more about the EVO SDK app. So this is going to allow users to produce custom vehicles to use in single player racing, but they say, Kunos, that there'll be future updates that will add the ability for players to take their creations into multiplayer. And apparently this is using a production pipeline closely aligned with the same technologies used internally by the development team at Kunos. First of all, they say it's going to focus on car model creation, while solutions for custom liveries and tracks will arrive in the future. Now, it's all a bit of smoke and mirrors, this. I would have preferred it if, and I still don't know whether this will happen, to be honest, because when I make these videos, I'm not chatting with other creators, I'm not chatting with the press outlets, and I'm not chatting with people doing sponsored content. I'm just gathering my own thoughts and telling you what I think honestly, and hopefully it makes sense when everything comes out. I would expect it would have been better for Assetto Corsa EVO to have partnered with some of the biggest mod teams and guys and girls from the original Assetto Corsa and have this all launch with a big bang with mods on day one. It worries me that it's kind of like, here's the SDK, please do what you got to do, because I'm not sure Assetto Corsa EVO has that pull. One of the most exciting things about Assetto Corsa EVO is, without a doubt, the Nürburgring open world. Well, it's not open world yet. The Nürburgring, which is meant to come with the open world, that I said was never going to come in 2025, and now I'm thinking it's maybe not going to come in 2026 either, which would be absolutely shocking. But this is an example of a game mode that would be fantastic for mods, and this is something that Forza Horizon can't compete with. Gran Turismo can't compete with this because it doesn't even have a proper tourist mode, which is insane, doesn't let you drive in the car park. But I'm not sure how this is going to be supported by the new EVO SDK app. Now, I should say, Assetto Corsa EVO 0.7 has, as you might expect, come with new cars, but I haven't even talked about them, and weirdly, I was able in the preview build to also join this multiplayer lobby, so I'm not sure how much is also changing under the hood, although apparently there is some new particle visual VFX. I'm playing this, by the way, on a 5090 graphics card on basically maximum settings. So if you want to know how good Assetto Corsa EVO can look, in fact, it's not even, I think, maximum. This is like maximum stuff. So it looks pretty good to me. It's running smooth, but is if nice brute forcing it. But in terms of new cars, you do get this Porsche 935, which is really fun to drive. I do like it. Also the Datsun 240Z I've shown you, and also the Audi R8 GT3, a car I really enjoyed driving in Gran Turismo, which I'm going to show you in this video also. The cars are great, but this isn't the problem. Like, Assetto Corsa EVO could keep adding cars like this every month and it just wouldn't move the needle, in my opinion. Like, Assetto Corsa EVO for me is actually in trouble. Like, this game had so much hype, it was the darling of the sim racing world, and I think it's easy for us to forget that, but if you think back to when EVO came out, Le Mans Ultimate was in the dumps. Like, Le Mans Ultimate had basically been written off. But now Assetto Corsa EVO is not being played by that many people, but Le Mans Ultimate is super popular. And that's not because the cars aren't fun to drive. They are fun to drive. You can see me here having loads of fun. I love the way you do neutral steer in this car, for example. It's not that the game doesn't look great. It does look great. It's all little stuff around the edges for me. The AI, you can debate whether it's around the edges or it's fundamental. The AI is really not very good. The car liveries are very plain. It doesn't feel like I'm on like an actual motorsport grid. And I've been to Spa and I've seen cars like this race. This doesn't feel like it. The environments, although nicely detailed, don't feel very life full of life. There's no like smoke or like, you know, things going on. You don't feel cheers of the crowd. It's like, it's a little bit sterile, even though they have the detail, which is strange for a Kunos game because you'd think Kunos would really kind of bring that passion. You can see here, by the way, this is a brand new Audi R8. Great car to drive. Obviously goes toe to toe with the 296 and the G3s have added. But the AI is not very good. And look how boring the liveries are, man. It's just like, it doesn't feel like it's trying to simulate a, you know, GT World Challenge race, something like that we see at Brands Hatch. To give Project Motor Racing credit, even though I suspect, and I might be wrong, but I suspect a lot of their liveries might have been created with the help of AI, or they have some very hard-working livery people, because there are tons of liveries in Project Motor Racing, so when you go on the grid, it does feel like you're actually at a motorsport event. But EVO just doesn't really have that. Now, the other aspect of EVO that they're adding in 0.7 that I'm going to let you know about, but I'm not really going to cast opinion on because I haven't, for obvious reasons, haven't been able to try it yet, but that is a new EVO safety rating. Now, I just want to preface this by saying, in Assetto Corsa EVO, if you want to do daily racing, you click daily racing and it takes you out of the game and it opens up like Microsoft Edge or whatever you've got, Firefox. That is a nonsense in 2026. I'm sorry. Forza Horizon, I'm not sorry. I'm stronger. I'm not going to apologise for saying this. A game like Forza Horizon 6 wouldn't be as big as it is if when you went to multiplayer you had to go out and go into a web browser. Like, that's not how gaming, in my opinion, works in 2026. So all of the safety rating is in that daily racing portal, which is done through a browser, which to me kind of really nerfs it. And I think we need to be criticising this. I'm not sure anyone else who's kind of like, you know, really covering EVO is very critical on this, because it's quite a core part of EVO, but I'll be critical on it. I don't like it. But the EVO SR, you know, should be a good, you know, addition there, but I just can't really comment on it. Daily racing in EVO is so far behind where it needs to be, and also the special events as well. And I think this is, in my opinion, a clear example of the team being very stretched. Like, imagine that they're being asked to do open world as well, and they were meant to do a career mode which they've dropped. They can't do all of these things, certainly not within the insanely ambitious timeline that they set out. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Please do subscribe if you appreciate my very honest thoughts. Obviously, a big thanks to Kunos for giving me early access to 0.7. As always with you, I'm going to be completely honest and let you know my thoughts, because I want to do what I can with the knowledge I have and the experience I have to give my say and hopefully improve sim racing for you. I'll see you in the next video.